Welcome in, everybody, to Blacktop Rocks, the podcast, episode 15. Hi, Corinn.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right, thanks. I'm GM Blacktop,
And I'm
and
Corinn.
that is, there you go. And we're here to give you episode 15 of Blacktop Rocks, the podcast, which is a podcast that we do about trucking and music and life and good things and bad things, comedy and all sorts of things. So, what's going on in the West Coast today, Corinne?
Today we've got nice weather. We're getting an atmospheric river apparently arriving tomorrow, and it's going to be here till Wednesday. So
Do you care
that'll
to
be
elaborate what an
interesting.
atmospheric river might be? Is that a river that falls from the sky or something, or what?
Basically, just a crap ton
Oh
of
boy.
rain,
Okay.
a lot of rain,
Jesus.
flooding, all that kind of good stuff. So, but
Like
we'll see
so
if
then flooding.
yeah, potential. Yeah, we'll see if that
Flooding
actually
will follow.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can't.
FWF. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't get the forecast right half the time or 3/4 of the time, so we'll see what happens.
I'm in Ontario today, so it's not that great. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of chilly, but nothing crazy, and
Hmm.
it was windy as hell. I know that
Oh,
last night.
oh, that's weird. Us too. There was a big
I was
wind.
in the truck and I was blowing back and forth, and I thought, geez, I hope this thing doesn't upset the truck. But I think it was
Yeah.
probably about 60 kilometer, no, more than that, probably 80 or 90
Oh
kilometer an
wow.
hour winds. So,
Well,
yeah.
did you hear what happened around Hope a few days ago with the wind?
Yeah, didn't a
And
bunch of semis get flipped over?
yeah, I read that, and they were parked. There was like 7 of them
Jesus.
got blown
Really?
over. Yeah, and there was some videos just released yesterday of it. And
Really?
yeah, the trailers are rocking back and forth, and then they just right over. It
Is
was
that
like,
in the truck stop there or on the highway?
actually, I think it was. There were some in a stop, but there was some on the highway too, because the highway had been closed. There was a blizzard went through,
Jeez.
and they were just waiting on the highway and getting blown over. Yeah, it was like
Jesus.
120-kilometer-an-hour winds or something
Oh,
like
is that
that blew
right?
through. Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, that,
That's
that wind can really, especially with the trailers and stuff that I haul, and
hmm
if a person's got a light, 53-foot trailer empty.
yeah,
My goodness. I mean, that wind it doesn't take a whole lot to flip one over, I tell you that.
that would be like a big sail,
Yeah, it would be.
just scoop you up.
So that brings us to the next point is that I'm sure there is a truck stop in Hope or maybe two of them, but
Hmm.
yeah, the truck stops are a bit lean here in Canada sometimes. There's the
Yeah.
bigger centers have sometimes they have them. I know
Hmm.
Toronto doesn't have a very good truck stop. Mississauga does, but
Hmm.
there's a lot of them big towns like Ottawa doesn't have a truck stop.
Hmm.
Can you believe that?
That's that.
Ottawa
Yeah,
doesn't have a
that's
truck stop.
that's bizarre.
It is bizarre. You have to go about 30 miles outside the town to get it.
Wow.
And I'm sure, well, Nanaimo doesn't have a truck stop.
Well, when you brought that load out here, I tried to find one for you, and I couldn't find any on the
Wasn't
island.
available.
Like none that
Yeah,
I mean, there's spots, card locks and stuff, but when I think truck stop, I think of the full service. Like you've got
yeah,
store, restaurant, whatever, that you
yeah.
guys can go shower and
Lots of
rest.
parking,
Yeah,
but
yeah, for sure.
a lot of these card locks will only hold three or four or five trucks, and
Yeah.
that doesn't cut it. Even some of the Flying J's and whatnot are up
Hmm.
in around are quite small.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find Manitoba's not too bad,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, BC is definitely lean.
Yeah.
Alberta's a bit lean. Like I don't think there's a truck stop in Edmonton proper.
Actually, well, when we talked about this
There
yesterday,
used to be.
I looked up the Flying J just as for an
Oh yeah.
example. And yeah, Canada's got there's only 55 locations in Canada, and the States has over 800, which I mean, they're a lot bigger, but and there's only 5 provinces that have a Flying J. And
Really?
it's
Okay.
Alberta, BC, Manitoba, Ontario, and Saskatchewan
Wow.
have them, yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's tough because now, especially with the rules for the logbooks and whatnot, you've got to
Hmm.
sleep at a certain time. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
There's guys that are really dependent on making it to that town on
Hmm.
their logbook and then finding a place to sleep. And if you can't, you have to then adjust. You might have to stop an hour early,
Yeah.
or you might have to go personal conveyance.
Hmm.
And it shouldn't be like that.
No,
There should be a lot of places for a truck driver to
there
hang his
should
head
be.
down and sleep and
Yeah.
and eat and
Yeah.
shower and
But
but
your
there's not.
truck is your home. The road is your home,
Yeah,
for the most part. So there should be more availability to the comforts of home, if you want to call it that.
yeah.
Being able to have a shower, do your laundry, have something decent to eat. You can't live on junk food all the time. It's not healthy.
The truck stops that I try to find have a shower, restaurant,
Hmm. Hmm.
things you buy in a C store. I like the ones that have
Yeah.
dancing girls, stuff like that.
That's a different kind of store and
But
truck
but
stop.
that I have not been able to find that.
The
I
dancing
keep
girls
asking
or
all the
the
truck
truck
stops,
stop?
does this truck stop have dancing girls? And the woman just looks at me like, "Get the frick out of my truck stop, you ass."
Jeez.
So,
I've
I
heard other
don't make many
things.
friends.
You don't.
Hmm?
Well, I've heard about the lot lizards
Well,
in
that
the truck.
used to be the case, and that used to scare the shit out of me. You'd look out the window, and because if somebody's banging on your door at 3 in the morning, you look out the window. You don't even roll it down. You just look at it,
Look out.
and there's some person with straggly hair. Looks like her cheekbones have caved in,
Oh
and then
boy.
she stuffed 17 chiclets in her mouth. And that's the person that's outside the door going, "Okay, for some commercial company." And it's like, I'd rather die.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
It's like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, the joys of being on the road.
God. And then if
Oh,
that's not bad enough, sometimes you look out and somebody's going, "Garbage commercial company," and that
oh
guy, that guy, you just want to start. I started looking for my hammer.
yeah, which one's more scary?
They're both equally scary,
Oh,
but
okay.
only one of them would probably force me to hit him with a hammer.
Yeah. Too funny. What
Oh
about
man.
like if you can't find a truck stop, stopping at a mall, parking in a mall or at a Walmart or
You
whatever?
can. Sometimes they have these big signs up, and then sometimes they enforce it with tow trucks and blah
Mm,
blah
mhm,
blah.
mhm,
Security guards from Walmart or whatever
mhm,
sometimes come over. So you're not allowed to park here.
mhm.
Well, I just ran out of hours on my logbook. Well, I'm sorry, sir, I can't help that. Well, what would you like me to do? See
Yeah.
if I can get airlifted by a helicopter
Yeah.
50 miles down the road or something?
Yeah. Sure.
It's just stupid stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
You can't find a place to park, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
People are rude. If you're blocking 3 or 4 spots because you're
Mhm.
parked somewhere, and
Mhm.
even if it's just for a short time, the people that, I had to go 4 more spots down to get a parking spot.
Oh
So
no.
what? Just craziness.
The horror.
So the horror, right? How
It's
could you
terrible.
how could you possibly handle that kind of pressure?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a problem. It's been a
Mhm.
problem forever, right? But
Mhm.
there's 10 times the population in the U.S., so there's
Yeah.
obviously more trucks down there, but there's a lot more truck stops too. So
It almost seems like maybe I don't want to say cater. That's not really the right word.
no, I've actually
Like
never had anybody cater to
cater
me
to
a
the
meal.
truckers, look out for them, like, to have that many more truck stops
Yeah, you
is
would
what
think
I'm
so,
that ration, it just seems like they care more about it.
but I actually have never had it. I've never been catered. I've never had anybody roll down the window and the guy outside with a bunch
Bring
of
you
cloths on his arm saying, "Sir, we have 5 dishes to offer you today. Which one would you prefer?"
such a smart
Never
ass,
happened.
again.
That's never happened. I doubt that'll ever
Oh,
happen.
no.
I'd be more likely to find dancing girls in a truck stop than that.
Possibly, yeah, I think so.
So I don't know. Anyway, there's lots of things to talk about when it comes to trucks out here. I'll tell you,
Mhm, mhm.
like even road service.
Oh,
I blew a tire the other day. You
yeah.
know, and a steer tire, so that was interesting because it almost upset the truck. And so I'm on the side of the road. I was lucky enough to get over on an exit ramp,
Mhm.
and I called this guy, which was the only guy around, and so he proceeds to tell me that, yeah, I'm gonna fix it. It's going to be, you have to give me 750 cash up front, or money up front, e-transfer, whatever.
Mhm.
So I says, okay. So I did that. So then the guy shows up, and it wasn't him. I think he subbed it out to somebody else. Guy showed up with no signs on the side of his truck or anything.
Mhm.
And then I get a text from that guy. Okay, so you got to pay that guy $1,147.
Uh,
I said, so minus the 750, what is it, four and change? He goes, no, you got to pay him 1147. I says, what about the
on
750?
top.
He said, that's not included. That's on top. So I said, wait a
Oh,
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. You're telling me $1,900 to change this tire? Because it needed a new tire.
wow.
And he says, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. And he's, of course, he's speaking to me in a different kind of. It was English, but it was kind of a broken English that was kind of from a, I don't know, kind of like a France English, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I get it.
And so I said, that's incredibly crazy. I'm not giving you $1,900. He says, well,
Wow.
a tow truck, and this is him talking like Jean Chrétien, which makes it even more interesting. Uh, a tow truck would cost you $1,900. And I said, I'm not calling a tow truck.
Yeah.
I could get it done with a helicopter for about $8,000, but that's irrelevant.
Mhm. Mhm.
I said, you're just changing a tire. So back and forth. Well,
Crazy.
if you don't want it done, you don't want it done. And I said, of course, you'll be keeping my 750. Yeah, the guy's there. So I was like, I knew I was over a
Oh.
barrel. So I
Oh.
had to give that guy $1,900 to change a freaking steer tire, and I was madder than shit. So the next day, once I got rolling, I called him up and called him everything but you know what,
Yeah.
and I was madder than hell. I thought, what a ripoff artist.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. They know they've got you because you're stuck on
Oh
the
yeah,
side of the road. You can't go
yeah.
anywhere, and you have no
He said,
choice.
tells me I would have had to call a tow truck if it wasn't for him. Well, thank you. Well, that's not your business, nor is it my concern. Well,
Yeah.
your business is to change my tire,
Yeah.
and I paid you well to do it. Now you want $1,900? Like you got to be out of your mind.
Yeah.
But I gave it to him. I had to.
Yeah. Wow.
So anyway, yeah. So there's that goes on. That you'd like to think that everybody's out there is safe and not safe,
Mhm.
but kind and
Mhm.
doesn't want to rip you off. And
Mhm.
but some people just take full advantage of the people that are having trouble.
Yeah.
It's terrible,
Yeah.
really.
You're already knocked down, and they want to knock you down even
Yeah,
farther.
you've already lost your, whatever, and now they're gonna jam it to you for some more though. It's unfair, but it is what it is.
Have you dealt with roadside? I'll call them roadside assistance and
Yeah, some of
repairs
them are really
before.
good.
They're
Yeah, some of them, but this guy, never again. I'd rather push the truck myself to New Brunswick before I got it done there. Oops, did I say that?
no.
Oh, okay, just wondered. Anyway, yeah, so that
Jeez.
was not a fun experience. That
No.
just happened 3 or 4 days ago. So.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
yeah, so
Wow.
I don't know. There's lots of stuff that goes on out here that
Yeah.
the truckers don't really get a chance to say too much about, but
Mhm.
it's a problem,
Mhm. And that's just not fair to get somebody in a corner like that when they're already having issues and to take advantage of them basically is
Yeah, I
what
don't
that
think it's just
was.
trucks probably either. I think it's cars and trucks. I think it's anybody on the highway, even on a motorcycle, you could get
Yeah.
yourself
Oh, for
into a
sure.
pickle with
Yeah,
somebody, right?
for sure if you
You
need a
get a
tow.
motorcycle in a wrecker or the tow, that the guy says, $1,500, and you're going. It's a
Yeah.
motorcycle and going 40 miles.
Yeah.
$1,500,
Yeah.
and he says, yeah. What are you gonna say?
Yeah.
Take the bike off?
Yeah.
No.
So basically that phone call that guy took, he charged $750 for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He had
That
the other guy do the work,
yeah.
and he pocketed 750. That's my guess.
That's insane.
So he made a phone call and made $750
Yeah.
at somebody else's expense.
I mean,
Because the guy that changed my
there's
yeah,
after hours charges and weekend charges, but
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
seven
That
hundred
all,
and fifty dollars, that's insane.
yeah. Well, he just wanted some. He probably wanted some play money to go fool around at the casino. That guy,
Yeah, something's up with
just
that one.
crazy stuff. But
Hmm.
I don't know. As I said, there's lots that goes on in the trucking world that people don't really get a chance to talk about or see, but it
Hmm.
definitely is going on.
Have you ever had to call roadside assistance? I'll call it again, in the U.S. when you've
Oh yeah,
done run, and how was it any different there,
some are better than
or
others. Yeah, same
or
thing. You
it's
get the odd
across the
guy
board? Okay.
that's gonna put it right to give you the screws, and some guys are decent. It just depends
Yeah.
on who it is.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious between the two.
Sometimes if a guy is slow, he'll be slow, so he wants to blame that slowness on you, so he'll charge you way more
Mm.
than he should
Mhm. Mhm.
because he needs money
Yeah.
and he figures he's got that green light to do so, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when you're depending on them to get rolling again, you're hooped.
Yeah, it's just crazy. So, it is just one of those things.
Mhm.
I don't know if anything's been going on in the music business other than I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like radio stations accepting uh, AI driven songs to be their new jingles when they don't
Yeah,
have to pay anybody royalties or anything. That doesn't seem very fair.
yeah. I came across
I think
that last
you
week,
told me that.
a couple days ago. I'm not
You don't
gonna
have to mention
mention.
the name, but
Yeah.
don't mention the name. But tell me what happened.
They, a listener
Okay.
created a song on using AI and, submitted it to them, sent it to them, and they played it. They really liked it, thought it was really cool, and yeah, I'll admit it was a cool song, very rock, and it talked about all
Yeah.
the morning crew and everything, and it was very cool. But now and then they had an actual artist in the past had made a little jingle for them, and they played that one, and it was nice
Right.
too, and it's
Yeah.
created
Yeah.
by a human, an artist. And, now it sounds like they want this on their playlist, and it's kinda part
Wow.
of their gig, and I'm like, "You guys are a radio station, but you're supporting and promoting AI music?" Like, somebody that's not a musician or an artist is,
Well,
created this
taking
in
the
AI,
human
so
element,
I
yeah,
didn't like that. That infuriated me a bit, I just say.
taking the human element out of writing or creating or
Yeah,
art or songs or anything
yeah,
you create, taking the human element out of that is sad in the first place
yeah,
because that's what people that are creative pride themselves on. Is the fact that they, compiled this in their own being, whether
yeah,
it's a song or a picture or whatever, poetry, whatever. And as
yeah.
soon as you can get AI to just fill the gap on that, you've just pretty much knocked the whole human race out of any
Yeah,
sort of creativity.
yeah,
Which means that if the world's creativity comes from AI, which is driven by input, then they can control basically whoever's doing the input can control the narrative
yeah,
of what people learn. I mean,
yeah,
it's almost like 1984
yeah,
kind of a thing, George Orwell kind of a thing.
yeah.
Is that they only learn what they're told that they can learn
Mhm.
and nothing from their own being. They're just
Yeah,
like zombies or something. It's
yeah.
crazy.
It's, the people that are creative have creative minds that write, whether like I do writing, whether it's writing songs.
Yeah,
That's kind of that's a specialty. It makes who you are. And I mean, there's a lot of social media influencers that turn to AI to do the write-ups for their posts. And they're all, some of them are very forward about it, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, I just, plug this idea into AI, and it comes up with a paragraph." Well, and then they get credit for it, and it's kinda like, well, it takes all the creativity and the human factor out of it. I don't know.
yeah. Wait till they get robots a little further along. You'll be able to type in what you're looking for in a woman and all the things you want and
Yeah,
push send, and in 10 minutes this petroleum jelly woman will flop out of this big
yeah,
thing, and there she's your wife for life.
yeah. I think they already have that, don't they?
They do.
I don't know.
They, I guess it'd be all right if the robot was sexy, but
Is that possible? But
I
again,
don't know.
there's no human factor to it, but it's
What
just
would be
yeah,
nice with a
it's
robot? Well, the nice thing about that is you could go on a trip to, let's say, this is where the advantage would come in.
uh-oh.
Let's say I wanted to go to the Barbados or Bahamas, right?
Okay.
And I didn't really want to have to buy tickets for two, nor do I want to spend a hotel on two. If they would develop a robot that you could dismantle, put in
Oh,
your suitcase, and then rebuild once you get to the room, hey, you could save a ton of money,
oh,
right?
okay, I think so much could be said about that. I'm just
Well,
gonna
well,
stop.
think about it. And if your robot starts to talk too much, you could just build her from the neck down.
Okay. Now we know. Now
Now
we
we're getting
know.
somewhere.
Yes.
Now we're getting
Yes.
somewhere.
don't want the
No,
brain
but
or
that.
this.
Unfortunately, that's the scary part of it. That's a
Yeah.
reality almost.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, and
Well,
it's scary.
yeah.
Human interaction is becoming less and less and less.
Oh,
I
cell
think.
phones started that.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
terrible.
you see teenagers, well now the teenagers are like in their 20s, 30s, and they'll be in a room together and I mean there's lots of adults like I say older, but um in a room together and they're on their phones
Yeah,
and talking to each other. Like not
yeah. Texting each other
they're
rather than
texting each
talking to
other. They're
each
not
other.
talking to each other. It
Yeah, there's
happens all
something
the
wrong
time.
with all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah.
It's
You know,
there's going to be a generation where it starts that they don't know how to communicate face to face,
yeah.
and it's probably already there.
At the end of a long day, and you finally get a chance to sit down and enjoy yourself and relax.
Mhm.
Pilot coffee is what I use
Okay.
to settle down. We should start doing commercials.
Okay. Uh,
What? I think
wait.
we'd do all right, wouldn't we?
Well, that would be called sponsors.
Well, I could use a few of those.
Yeah.
I could use an unlimited supply of coffee. Can we get a sponsor from like Corvette cars or something, Mustang GTs or something?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I'd like to have 3 or 4 of those around.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to be big time before you can get all that's going on. I'll tell you. Mind you, when you are
One day.
big time, they don't mind throwing it around. Look at that
Yeah.
Brock Purdy that time. The offensive line in the NFL gets a big gift from the quarterback at the end of every season,
Okay.
and for the guys that are protecting him out there, right?
Yeah.
So one year when Brock Purdy for the 49ers, which is the team I follow
Mhm.
and cheer for, so at the end of the season, he gets himself this massive contract with Toyota, and so at the end of the year, came to giving out these gifts.
Mhm.
He gave every one of his offensive linemen, which was like 10 of them, he gave them a freaking Toyota Forerunner or some sort of a
Really?
vehicle that. Oh yeah, really. He gave 10 of them. 10 of them. So that's like you
Wow.
figure, even if they weren't like top end, and I'm sure they weren't cheapies either, because these
No.
guys are all millionaires. So
Yeah.
let's say they're 75. That's $750,000
Wow.
that he just gave to them through his sponsor. Like
So maybe he didn't even pay anything for them.
he probably didn't pay
He
a
just
dime. He didn't
ordered
even
them.
get his big con. He didn't
Yeah.
even have his big contract at that point.
Yeah.
So his sponsor said, we want you to be our guy. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give you $750,000 worth of cars to give
Mhm.
to your offensive line. It'll look great on paper. You'll look great to the world. You'll look really
Yeah.
generous. And then you got to do 17 commercials for us, and
Yeah.
we'd appreciate that. And Brock Purdy's like, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Crazy. So I guess the point I'm making is when you get to that level, whether it's acting, singing, whatever, football, sport, whatever, making money is the simplest thing on earth to do.
Mhm.
Making a lot of money is the
Mhm.
simplest thing on earth to do. Go say
It's
Subway sandwiches are great and walk home with 500 grand. like, yeah, that was worth the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how that's the problem is with the people that aren't at that level.
Mhm.
Every little step is a strive, right?
Mhm.
But when you
Mhm.
get to that level, you're already a millionaire, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll be back by supper. I'm just gonna make about 400
Go.
grand after lunch and then come home. It's just crazy.
Oh darn.
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you get to that level.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
We'll get it figured out.
pretty sure it's not dismantling robots in suitcases and bringing them to Bahamas.
Probably
Pretty sure
not.
that's pretty
Yeah.
sure those people don't focus on shit like that.
No, I would say not.
Yeah. Oh my God. What else is
Jeez.
going on?
So, I have to say congratulations to
Oh,
you.
you scared
Be-
the shit of me when you said that.
You were, and well, still are. We're still in that week. Lead Pedal Radio's Artist of the Week for March 9th.
Was I?
Yes.
What did I do to deserve that?
Awesome musician and a
And
trucker.
is there money coming for that?
I don't know. We'll have to talk to Bruce.
pretty sure there's not money coming for that, but that doesn't matter
No.
because Bruce is a great guy and he's
Yeah.
got a great show.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if someday we get to the point where Lead Pedal would say, Corinn, I'd like to book that GM Blacktop for an interview, and I'm willing to pay you $6.7 million to do it.
Well, we've been invited. We just have to pick a day, but I don't think there's 6.7 million involved in
No.
it.
There might be 6.7 ounces of coffee.
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, right there. Oh, there you go. You're really trying to get that coffee sponsorship.
Yeah, I'm really cooking for sponsors right now. What else can I hand? What else can I? Oh, here we go.
Oh no.
You know, at the end of every day,
Uh-oh.
when you're really tired and you've got a dry mouth from driving so long, you know, Trident gum is what I have to go to.
Oh wow.
So hopefully we can get some of those rolling pretty soon.
Yeah, it'll come. Yeah, we're growing.
Oh yeah, sure it will.
We're growing.
I would love to have an endless supply of Trident.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Just what you need in the truck.
So yeah, well, that's nice of Bruce to do that. Just to say that, that's great.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. We just have to check our schedules and set a day to have that done.
Yeah. I think that well, I've met Bruce several times. I was down with him at a show and shine there last year, and but he seems to be doing pretty well, getting out there and getting some things going with his radio and his his podcast.
Yeah, he did a revamping of the programs going into 2026. And
That's
he's
nice.
got the live show on Monday nights and all some of his other ones he through varying times through the week. So yeah, no, it's awesome.
So thanks to Bruce from Lead Pedal
Radio.
Because he is awesome and he is doing lots for the industry, not just in music and whatnot for musicians and stuff, but for
trucking.
Trucks.
Yeah,
he's a lot of. He goes to a lot of events, you know.
Yeah, and he's an amazing artist, a character artist as well.
Oh, he draws. Yeah, that's right.
The drawings.
Draws.
Yeah, nice. Does
that's great.
Pretty awesome work.
Yeah, I can't draw. Can you draw?
I used to. I haven't drawn for a long time, but
I'll tell you how bad at drawing I am. I once drew a stick man, and I didn't like it because he looked too fat.
Jeez. Oh my god. Oh, you are special.
I don't know if that's the right word. Are you telling me I belong in a special class or something? Like, what are you saying?
No, not saying that.
When you say you're special, that's kind of a term that means that you need to go to a special class, I think.
No, I didn't imply that.
Oh, you didn't? Oh.
No.
Oh, you didn't say I was special ed, just special.
No, yes.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Well, I probably should be in special ed, actually.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're all
right.
So I
what
have
else
a question.
is going on?
Well, I was going to ask you. Yeah.
Question.
Lots of trucking and road related stuff. What are your fuel prices like out east?
Oh my God! Right here, $2.16 for diesel. That's not a gallon, folks.
Yeah.
That's a frickin' liter. You know how many liters in a gallon? Do you know how many?
What is it? 2 point something?
3.78.
Oops.
So if you took
it off.
If you take 2.16 and multiply that by 3.78, that's almost $8. That is $8 a gallon.
And that's diesel.
$8 a gallon for diesel. And they expect the trucking industry to survive? Good luck. During COVID, a bunch of trucking companies went down. There was a bunch more about to go down if this thing doesn't settle back down.
Yeah.
People don't realize how much you spend in fuel. Like even myself, I spend thousands of dollars a month in fuel. Thousands.
Yeah.
Like probably, $7,000 to $8,000 a month. So when that starts being 10 or 12, you've just sucked all your profit out of the industry, out of your run. So now you're running for nothing.
It's not like your pay gets adjusted as the fuel prices go up.
They say they have a fuel surcharge, and some people get that, but hey, there's lots that don't. So the ones that don't can't survive it. The ones that do can probably survive it. But then that fuel surcharge is going to be put on somewhere. Somebody's going to pay for it somehow.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is just so counterproductive. It's just terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I think our diesel I saw yesterday was 206 was the last price I
Okay, well
saw.
then, which is still bad. But even
But
in talking in gallons, in some places in the States, it's up over $7.
yeah.
Like $7 US. Are
What's
you
the
kidding me?
gasoline price where you are right now?
Here's 162.9.
We jumped to 190 yesterday.
Wow,
Yeah,
isn't that something?
that's
You're almost
crazy.
$8 a gallon too
That's
for
crazy.
gas.
Yeah,
Well,
it's getting
diesel
up there.
used to be cheaper than gas. Remember
Mhm.
those days?
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't know what happened.
guys were converting their trucks over to diesel because it was so cheap.
I think some
Yeah.
guys up there in the top end of the industry needed a few new Mercedes.
Something. Well, they
So
keep
they did.
blaming the war, but I don't know.
Well, that's recently, but the diesel, it's been years since diesel was cheaper than gas. It's always
Mhm.
been, in the last
Mhm.
5 or 10, 15 years, it's always been more expensive. But before
Yeah.
that, heck, I can remember going to Georgia when I was starting out,
Mhm.
and I could get fuel down in Georgia for 99 cents a gallon.
Wow.
A gallon, not a liter, a
Yeah.
gallon.
Yeah.
Now it's $8.
8. That's insane.
Isn't it
Yeah.
crazy? You get the rates haven't gone up 8 times the amount.
No. And then
Mm-mm.
of course
Just the
all
fuel has.
the price increase just trickles down into everything,
Yeah,
into food,
yeah,
into clothes, like just everything.
yeah.
All the
That's right.
commodities. So it's just I don't know. Well, I bet food's going to go up again now that the fuel went up again.
Oh yeah. So as things start to get more expensive and truckers start to get more and more broke,
Mhm.
it's important to have a good cup of coffee
live
along the way.
live on your coffee.
Now, if
Hey,
I give
we
them
have
3 plugs on this podcast,
I
so if they don't buy into that, then there's something wrong with
have we have to get them to watch first.
them.
There's the trick.
You'd probably have to give them $1,000,000 to watch.
Oh no. We're not that bad.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. So the price of fuel is terrible. Lots
Yeah.
going on. The
Yeah.
war's a little scary. I mean, everybody needs to settle down.
Mhm.
I think the last thing we need right now is everybody to be calling the war and everything, calling everybody out because they're not messing around. Like this could
Yeah.
affect our country in a large way. It's nothing worse than. Can you imagine if you're on a basketball team and you're in this huge tournament that's really important, and half the team is screaming at the players that we're doing the wrong thing, we're really sorry, and almost cheering for the other team? Like, could you
Mhm.
imagine how devastating that would be for the team itself?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Half the country's going, oh, we don't want this. Okay, well, okay, it's a little too late for starters.
Yeah.
Now you're into it. Now you
Mhm.
better start supporting the people that are going to either save your bacon or
Mhm.
collapse the country.
Yeah.
If you start wishing your own country fails, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not politics either. It's straight out. People die during this operation,
Yeah.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
So it's not a game. And I
No.
think that's the part of the generation doesn't understand it. They're not playing a game. When they wipe out a bunker down there, they don't just melt the steel.
Yeah.
Whoever's anywhere near that bunker is
Yeah.
getting murdered.
Yeah.
And that's the way war is. And if they were to start blowing up cities around here, let's say that
Mhm.
somebody, had a bomb that went off here. Let's say this was a military target, this Flying J here. You know how many people would die just on the outskirts?
Yeah.
So you can't go against your team. If that's the case, then go move somewhere else. Because I really don't like to hear
Yeah.
people saying how bad their country is when
Mhm.
everybody's survival relies on the decisions of its leaders. And
Yeah.
to just call them out that badly is to me really scary. That it
Mhm.
just takes away some of the. It's not even positive. It just takes away some of the of
Just
the of the
support.
support. For for what we're all involved in. You know,
Yeah.
Canada too. I mean, don't
Mm.
think Canada's a.
Yeah.
If Canada's called on, well, they'll be there.
Mhm.
They have to be. They have
Yeah.
no choice.
Yeah.
So they're not called upon yet, but they might get called upon.
Yeah, hard to say.
And then it's our brothers and sisters and sons and daughters that are over there. So
Yeah.
you better be really careful of what you support and what you don't.
Yeah.
When it comes to real time shit like that.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people too, when it comes to war, they don't have a sense of reality about it. They don't attach the human factor to it.
Yeah.
And maybe that's desensitization from video games and phones and trying to read news online and the internet, and you don't know what's real and what's not anymore because AI has come in,
Yeah,
or they're
right,
censoring the news we do see. So it's very confusing, actually.
And also the parents of all those service members that died already. Was it 8 or 9?
Yeah, I think there's 8 of them.
I'm sure they're realizing that it's a real deal too. Like their kids are gone, or their fathers are gone, or husbands, wives. Yeah. So the back chair, the armchair quarterbacks are yelling, "We're sorry, Iran. We're sorry, Iran." Really?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of your folks just got murdered there, you dumbasses.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I that part, and it doesn't have to do with politics to me. It's just common sense.
Human
you don't sit
nature.
there and
Yeah.
bad mouth,
Compassion, all of that.
Yeah. Like, gee. Anyway, maybe that's too much for this podcast, but I just hope that we can all handle it. We're at war. Call it what it is.
I mean, we try to keep our podcast on a lighter note and stay away from the politics and that kind of stuff, but
try to focus on things that are really important.
Your coffee. I mean,
Yes.
it does affect us, and we've touched a little bit on it. Hopefully we haven't offended anybody. It's not our intention. We're just sharing our feelings.
I'd just like to say, if Corinn has offended anybody, I'd like to apologize for her right now. She sometimes gets off on a tangent and starts offending people randomly.
Yes, I speak my mind.
Of course, I am always here to neutralize that situation.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So anyway,
add fuel to the fire.
Well, this has been a lot of fun today, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very trucking focused.
This is number 15, right?
Right. Correct. Yeah, you said that at the beginning.
I did. Well, I know I
think
did.
So.
I was just hammering it home.
I have to tease you. I didn't tease you yet today.
Well, yeah. Well, darn right. Lucky
there we
for
go.
you, huh?
Yeah, we got one in.
Lucky for you. Well, on behalf of myself, GM Blacktop, and
Corinn, me,
we say thanks for joining us on GM Blacktop. I almost said the podcast wrong. Can I say it? Okay, take 2. We'd like to thank you for joining Blacktop Rocks, the podcast. I'm GM Blacktop, and you are
Corinn.
And we say,
see you next time.
See ya.
Yeah, the blacktop made me this way. Yeah, the blacktop made me this way. Yeah, the blacktop made me this way.